Okay, this video is going to be quicker than the last one. It ended up going 15 minutes, I think, which is too long. So we're just going to finish off talking about the last two areas we didn't mention last time. Before the last video stopped, we had 5, 7, 39, and 40, dealing with synthesizing memory and sensation into creative functions, reading, writing, language, that sort of thing. The next one is right here, 43. I find this really easy to remember because it's at the bottom of this precentral gyrus of number 4. Looks a little bit like a great, disgusting, long, lumpy tongue. So that's how I remember that this one deals with gustation, or is the gustatory area or taste area, because it's at the end of this tongue. So as long as you follow the pattern with the numbers, you end up with 43 at the bottom of this tongue. It'll be easy to remember that it deals with taste and gustation. The last one is Brodmann area 44. I meant to talk about this with 4, 6, and 8 because it is also a motor area. But more than that, it's a motor speech area. So it actually sends neurons up to number 4. And it helps in initiating the tongue and laryngeal and pharyngeal musculature. So it is also dealing with your speech movements. So I mean, it's easy to associate them together because 4, what do you have when two 4s together? 44. So it's easy to remember that 44 deals with that as well. I think what he's going to want us to take from it is that it is Broca's area, or Broca's speech area. And I remember that because of the completely true fact in my little chart associated with number 4, or 44, that says, did you know each branch head on the flower top of broccoli contains exactly 44 little bulbs? So broccoli has all these branches. Every branch has a bunch of little bulbs. So if you were looking down on a broccoli here, you've got all these different little sections of heads. Each one of these, 44 bulbs every time. Don't count, but it's true every single time. So broccoli, little bulbs, 44. So that's how I associate 44 with Broca's speech area, not broccoli's speech area. That'll be -1, and everyone will be upset about that and mad at me for saying the word broccoli. Is Broca. The other thing to remember about 44 is what a lesion would do and how that differs from a lesion at 22. A lesion at 44 would make you have an extremely hard time formulating flow in your sentences. So it's a form of dysphagia. We watched that video of the guy talking. It results in a very slow, halting speech pattern. And that makes sense because 44 deals with motor initiation of the speech area. So if there's a lesion there, you're going to have a hard time moving your mouth, your tongue, your larynx, your pharynx to work in a proper flowing fashion. Just be able to differentiate that from Brodmann area 22, where a lesion there also resulted in a form of dysphagia, but it wasn't so much that they couldn't pronounce words, it's that the sentences and words they said didn't make sense in the context of the conversation. And I mean, this is dealing with hearing memory. 22 is again with hearing memory. So maybe it's because you can't remember the words that make sense in different contexts, so it's still hard to talk, but it's a different form of dysphagia. I believe they're both called dysphagia. Someone check me on that and make sure that's correct. So just be able to differentiate a lesion between 22 and 44, because I guarantee that'll be a question, if not on the quiz, for sure on the exam, the difference between a lesion 44 being slow and halting speech, and 22 being speech that doesn't make sense. So that finishes up the Brodmann areas that we need to know. Just remember kind of the flow, the 1, 2, 3 as a start, and then jumping back and forth between 5, 6, 7, and then flowing all the way to 12. These two random ones here, 17, radiating out to 19. This video is not all the details, so look at the little chart, look at your book, make sure that it's all the details. If I'm missing something, someone let me know as well. But hopefully this was a good, a good study tool for you, and that it helped a couple people.